Follow along with me in your notes as we look at lesson 2.3, distribution. We'll be talking about the distributive property, in which we multiply everything on the outside of the parentheses by the number variable of the inside. So we'll say inside of the parentheses. Now you can see an example here. We look at a combo meal. It comes with 2 hamburgers, 3 fries, and 1 drink. How many of them do you get in 3 combo meals? So if you have 3 of those, you would have 3 of the 2 burgers, so that would be 6 burgers. You would have 3 of the 3 fries, so that would be 9 fries. And you have 3 of the 1 drink, so that would be 3 drinks. So even though you say you have 3 burger meals, that means you have 6, 9, and 3. Which leads us to how this applies to math. And most of you already know this or have seen this before, so I'm going to go through this quickly. And while I'm talking, if you want to go ahead and do these 6 and you can check it or you can pause it and check it, feel free to do so. But I want to demonstrate to you just exactly how distributing works. In example 1, we have this 2. The 2 is going to have to be multiplied by everything in the parentheses. 2 times 4x, 2 times negative 6, which you should be able to do. 2 times 4x gives you 8x. 2 times negative 6 gives you negative 12. So what that means is instead of writing 2 parentheses 4x minus 6, you can write that as 8x minus 12. And now it's a little more useful to you in solving. For the second example, we'll distribute the negative 3. That means it gets multiplied by the 5 and the 2. Be careful of that. Make sure you know that's a negative 3. So negative 3 times 5 is negative 15x. And negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. So you distribute to get negative 15x minus 6. For example 3, we have the 4. I'm going to distribute that. 4 times 1x is 4x. 4 times 5 is 20. Now notice my sign in each of these has been whatever I've gotten by multiplying. So in that case, I went and did 4 times positive 5. That gives me positive 20. The one above it was 2 times negative 6, so that gives me negative 12. Number 2 was negative 3 times 2, which gives you negative 6. Okay, so the sign of the term is just going to be whatever you get when you multiply. For this next one, we have a negative on the outside. Remember, that negative means negative 1. So basically, it's negative 1 times x and negative 1 times 7. Negative 1 times x gives me negative x, or negative 1x. Negative 1 times 7 gives me negative 7. For our next one, we have 1/2. Don't fret over a fraction. 1/2 times 6, 1/2 times negative 2. So if you need to go off here and think about that like so, 1/2 times 6 is 6 over 2, which is 3x. 1/2 times negative 2 is negative 1. So you have 3x minus 1. And finally, our last one, we have 1/3 times 15x, 1/3 times negative 9. Again, if you need to go off and use a calculator, 1/3 times 15, or 15 over 1, gives you 15 over 3, which is 5x. And 1/3 times negative 9 will be, cross that out, it gives you negative 3. So 5x minus 3. Okay, now I want to look at these 2 examples here. I'll go ahead and do the first 2 for you, and then you can practice the next 6 and check the answer with the key later on. Okay, now solving, remember solving's all the same, but we have to look at it this way. We have this 2x, or 2 times x plus 5 here, so we have to simplify that. That's where the skills that we just talked about come in. We have to simplify by distributing so that it gets it into a form that we can solve. So 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 5 is 10. So now we're actually going to have 2x plus 10 equals negative 2. And now it becomes a problem that we did earlier in the week or at the beginning of this unit. So now it's simply, I have a positive 10. I'm going to subtract it. And that gives me 2x equals negative 12. So now I have times 2, which means I'm going to divide that. Those give me 1. So I have x equals negative 12 divided by 2, which is negative 6. And then just go off to the side, do a quick check. I'm going to do mine right above here. So I'm going to go 2 times negative 6 plus 5 Negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So they are the same. Check, got it right. Now we'll look at example 2. Just because it's on the right side doesn't change anything. We're still going to distribute first. So negative 12 times x is negative 12x, and negative 12 times 5 is negative 60. Next, I want to get my variables are together. I want to get my numbers, my constants together. So I'm going to add 60. So that means those will cancel and have negative 12x on the right. On the left, 144 plus 60 is 204. So next we'll divide by negative 12. And maybe we have to go get our calculator, but 204 divided by negative 12 is negative 17. And again, we can check our work. 144 equals negative 12 times negative 17 plus 5, which is negative 12. And negative 12 times negative 12 will be 144. So we did that correctly. All right, so now go try the other 6. When you're done, look for the key and check that answer before going on to do the rest of your assignments for today.